Hi guys, we are back again. Just
Briefly.
briefly, yeah. So we're just standing here and looking at the York Minster, which is right next to us. We've seen a couple of shadows pass across those doorways. That double doorway in the middle there. But it's quiet. It's really, really quiet, and it's
very
speaking. This is the centre of York as well. But we think that some of the energy that we're getting could be moving over from York Minster. But also the monks of the time stayed here, lived here. This was originally, I think, built by the monks, but this is fairly late in the history of kind of the UK. This is late
1865.
1865. So we think that the hotel thinks, I think, that there's, because this is the old Roman road here. This is what they've also. What did they tell us? They've got tunnels running underneath the hotel.
Yeah, they got tunnels running underneath the hotel. Yeah.
Which were used in the Roman times. This I think there used to be a Roman bath on this site as well. Yeah. So there's a lot of Roman history here. People have seen apparitions of Roman soldiers, not necessarily just here, but in the vicinity around here. We haven't come across any kind of, I think it would be residual, actually, energy of Roman soldiers. We haven't come across any of that, not yet. We think that the kind of spirit that we had last night could have been...
He's Victorian.
Victorian. We thought a monk, but maybe not.
He was a priest who was an aide to the Archbishop.
We think that he may have suffocated a woman in that room. We had
back.
It was about 4 p.m.
At 4 p.m., yeah, you were sleeping, and I was lying in bed, and I heard a woman gasp, like it was like her last breath, and that's when I knew that something was active. And everything that we've heard, and what happened to you? What happened to you last night, dear?
So we had a lot of physical activity, things moving, things tapping, glasses tapping, like a pinging sound. But when I was laying in bed, and this is an account that other people have experienced as well, but as I was laying in bed, I was kind of laying on my side, and I felt somebody's palm of their hand push me against the pillow like that. And I had just a little bit of sleep paralysis, and I do tend to get sleep paralysis at haunted locations, which I think there's a connection there, but a lot of people would disagree. So yeah, it was creepy, but a lot of fun. It's really nice when we get that kind of physical evidence that we just cannot debunk. So we were really excited last night, and I don't mind that we've got a lot calmer night tonight, because I'm thinking tomorrow we're going to have a lot of activity. So this is kind of a time for us to kind of review back on what we caught last night, and get ready for tomorrow and the night after.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah. Let me show you once again. I'll show you the. That's the York Minster. Yeah, biggest cathedral in Europe. We haven't gone in it yet. Down this way, let's go for a little bit of a walk, just for a minute. Down that way is the Shambles. Shambles is haunted by a girl named Alice. She walks up and down this road right here. Let me see if I can show you this real quick. Basically, this whole entire town is haunted. Yeah, I agree too, Stephen. The only time I've ever had sleep paralysis was on a really nasty case in California. I think you might remember that one. But anyways, that's where Alice wanders. There's Robyn down here. This is the hotel we're staying at.
It's like it's supposed to be a historic centre because just beyond there we've also got the castle walls and the ruins of York Castle as well. So kind of this would have been the centre of town also hundreds of years ago. So you have that many kind of traffic, I guess, human traffic for hundreds of years. So it's bound to stir something up. Bound
there's a lot of energy
keep
here
things
for sure.
here. Also, the stone is interesting.
Okay, we're going back in. How do you want to get back to our room? Wait.
Let's get the lift.
Yeah, we'll get the lift. Sure, we got 2 people watching us. Maybe when we get back in the room, we'll try something.
We'll give it a go. It's fairly quiet, but we'll definitely give it a go. We just did tried to do an EVP session. We didn't catch anything.
We haven't caught anything yet. So we're gonna head back to our room now.
We're going to get on the lift, so we might lose you. We might not. This is the slowest lift in history.
It is the slowest lift in history. Sure.
Just a sign over there.
Right over there. Yeah, it feels weird, that's for sure. Connection this week, so we're probably gonna lose you. Here we go. So let's see. As we're in the lift, I'll tell you about, put my glasses back on. I'll tell you about what happens in our room. Supposedly someone saw in the reflection of the mirror a Roman soldier.
Which could be pareidolia.
Yeah, it very
Depends
well
on
could
how
be.
much,
It could be pareidolia for sure.
Their research to begin with, the guy did say it was a couple who were susceptible to spirits, so...
Yeah, they could have been wanting to see something. I don't get Roman soldier at all.
No, I don't know. There's something definitely in here, but it's not that old.
No, it's Victorian.
Which, this is a Victorian prison.
Yeah, I think it's when this was a private residence. Yeah, room 25.
It was 3 separate private residences, wasn't it?
Yeah, 3 separate private residences. It's a little creepy out here, dear.
A little. Okay, back in our room.
So what should we try to do? Since we have a captive audience, let's see. This is probably the right here.
I think it's the one in the bathroom.
The one in the bathroom. Let's.
Yeah, I think that's
All right, so the one in the bathroom here. This is an extremely creepy bathroom.
We've had some funny temperature influx.
Yeah, much temperature influxes. Say that again, huh?
1 minute it's very warm, like really warm, you feel really sticky. And the next minute there's a nice breeze coming through. And we haven't got the window. You got the window? Yeah, the window's open slightly.
Oh, it's closed,
But
isn't it?
it's
It has the
really
thing,
stuffy
the
here.
thing.
Oh yeah, the thing.
Yeah. So I'm going to show you this. Right here is the window where someone allegedly saw a Roman soldier. I mean window, I mean mirror. It's been a long, long couple of days. Obviously, there's no Roman soldier here.
Just Phil.
It's me. Yeah, and I'm too fat to be a Roman soldier. Besides, I'm a Celt. Interesting thing about last night as well is that if you could look on shadows, you'll notice that the EMF was off the scale in that room. And I thought that the activity might have just been the result of high EMF, like a fear cage effect. But what we found out last night was that it seemed that the EMF actually enhanced the spirit. Door noises could be the 8,000 doors you have to open to get anywhere. We actually tried to debunk that last night. We went and closed all the doors, and none of them made the huge bang that we heard. We thought, we even asked the neighbor next door if they slammed the door, and they did not. What do you want to try, huh? Should we do a ghost box session?
Ghost box?
Yeah.
Spirit box?
Yeah.
Let me shut that so that we can get more.
Yeah, I'll shut that off. So we're going to use some shoddy technology about now and give you guys a little bit of a show. I
Catch him. I don't know. I think he's too busy out there.
I personally don't think he's going to come out. I don't think he's going to come out over here because I think he's frightened of us. He was like really mean to Robyn, and I had to throw him out. So, and after that, no activity was seen, and he's kind of like skulking around like a kicked dog. So,
do you think there's just one spirit here?
I think there's one spirit here.
One spirit and a residual of what he did, I think.
Yeah, but what about the little girl that they were talking about? Could there be like spirits that walk in every once in a while?
Or could they just be residual?
Maybe. I mean, they wouldn't know. So we're gonna do a ghost box session, and we've had some success with this actually. And you know me, I'm usually pretty skeptical about ghost boxes and apps. We both are, and we've been thinking around with it because you guys like to see it. So
it's interesting as well.
It is interesting.
We play around with new technologies, and for us, I know that it's been around for a while, but for us it's still pretty new. We're the EVP people, you know. We take EVPs, we take pictures, we do videos. It's not usually something that we do here, but let's give it a go.
We use older technology, yeah. I'm gonna switch on here. Is there any spirits here who want to communicate with us? No. Did you guys hear that? It said no.
Why not? Why not?
Upstairs. Did you hear that?
Brilliant. That's what we thought. That's what we just said.
Yeah.
But how can you communicate with us if you're not here? You're obviously here somehow, aren't you?
Yeah, Stephen, I used to really believe but as you heard, it said no, and it said upstairs, and that's...
Are you scaring the people in that room up there? Are you there? What name did we have for him?
Benjamin.
Benjamin. Benjamin. Are you too busy up there scaring people who are staying in that room? That's just what? That's just the reason. History. What about history, Benjamin? Not really scary? Well, not really scaring you? Did you hear that?
Yeah.
Well, no, we're not afraid of you, for sure.
I see.
Observing.
That's what I thought. He's watching.
Are you popping in this room every now and then to come and see what we're up to?
It could be coincidence. We're saying take this with a huge grain of salt, but I've also heard my name called on this thing.
The fact fact that it said no upstairs, and we were discussing it on our previous video, that we do believe that we're not getting that much action because it's too busy upstairs. So that was like, boom. Benjamin, are you here with us? Feeling nothing. You hear that?
Yeah, that I don't know about that one, but Benjamin, can you say one of our names?
What's my name, Benjamin? What's his name? Benjamin, if I turn this off, can you make a noise within this room? No.
No. Are you scared of us, Benjamin?
What if I ask you really nicely? What if I say, please, Benjamin, can you make a noise for us?
Yeah, turn it off. He's gone.
If you're here, Benjamin, can you make a tapping noise? Can you make a bang noise within this room, please?
We've actually gotten some pretty good responses off that thing since we have started experimenting with it. Do we believe it all the way? No, not really.
We take it with a pinch of salt.
Yeah.
And if we can get evidence off of that, not evidence from that, but have that kind of verify some of the things we already knew. Or we ask them to do something, turn it off, and get them to do something. We use it as maybe a detector rather than a piece of evidence. We would never and have never used spirit boxes or echo boxes as actual evidence. We just use it to flow it.
And come up with ideas to use for EVP is what we do.
But we did get a nice EVP yesterday.
Yeah, we did.
Which is a pretty clear one, a pretty good one. It's not as clear enough that we know exactly what it's saying, but it's clear enough that you know it's an EVP and you know it's 2 words. And I think it's probably male. It is. It's got to be male.
It's got to be male. Yeah, Steven says coincidence. Come on, man.
Also, only that it verifies kind of the information that we
well,
had
the fact
last
it just said no, and then it says
upstairs,
and we were hearing all hell breaking loose upstairs.
And you want to check out our previous live video where we actually said that we're not getting much activity because he's more than likely still upstairs. And as soon as we turn on the spirit box, we ask him if he's here, and he says no. And then he says upstairs.
Yeah.
So are we saying it's solid proof? Are we saying it's solid evidence? Absolutely not. No.
No, we
But
mostly.
for us, it's kind of confirmation of what we already knew.
And it's something new we've been using. Everyone over here uses these things. We wonder if there's anything exciting to it, and I think I feel something behind my ear.
I think it's quite what it is. A lot of teams like to use it because it's quite visual, and it's something for, especially when people are doing group events.
I'm not sure the definition of the hearing things instead of seeing things, matrixing of the sound. Oh yeah, it very well be, and it can be subjective as it is subjective.
That was very clear though.
Yeah, that one was clear. But yeah, no, we take all this in effect, and this is just experimenting, and we honestly do it because all you guys really like to watch it.
And it's like I said, it's something to watch. It's something to look at. People who do events, for some people who aren't too experienced within the paranormal, they need something visual. You know, they don't have the patience necessarily as we do to sit and watch footage for hours on end, you know, or to sit in a quiet room and just listen, which is something that we like to do a lot, is just sit, be in a place and pick up the feelings that you get. And with spirit boxes, and I've heard this from a lot of clients and a lot of events as well, that they don't like
Stephen's got
the
us.
noise.
What, the spirits?
No, the people.
Oh,
And
yeah.
The noise that it produces either.
30th Drive. That lady, she came into, whose room was that?
That was Diane's room, right?
Yeah, it was Diane's room.
Because they were doing a spirit box
Session, yeah. And we got some really crazy activity without that.
And I think that what I personally dislike about a spirit box, like I said, we've been dabbling in it. It's definitely not our favourite way of detecting spirits.
I'm just trying to being whatever. Absolutely. No, Steve. No. Dude, I know you. Don't worry about it.
I think that...
we feel just kind of silly using them, but...
And I think that sometimes it can disrupt an investigation because it's giving off too much noise. And to really be in a place and feel a place and to do a vigil, I think that you need it to be quiet, because you need to open your ears, you need to listen out to any kind of noises that may be happening around you, and you could actually miss quite a bit by listening to one of these.
But it has its time and place too. I mean, though I'm more of an Echo Box guy. I've seen some amazing things with Echo Box by different teams, and so I've heard the Echo Box call my name many times.
But they work.
Stephen's very scientific. Yes, he is.
They work in a very similar way, don't they?
Yeah, basically. Yeah. Who knows? But yeah, I absolutely know that, and I worked with you quite a bit, Stephen, and you're damn good.
It's really quiet here now.
Yeah, it's really quiet. Where's we are back. We are still at the Dean Court Hotel, but we are in room 25 now, which is right below room 35? 36.
Which could be why they say that this room gets some activity as well. I think it's just kind of the energy lingering from above us. But it's definitely not as active as the previous room. And to be honest, it's quite nice to have a little bit of a break between, because we're off to another location tomorrow, which is supposed to be quite active, has quite a few spirits. So, I mean, we'll see what we get. We tend to go into location being quite sceptical.
Always.
Because there's a lot of ghost stories and there's a lot of rumour, and a lot of locations, especially hotels, use them to sell their property a bit more, especially in York, because York tends to embrace its history and its spirits. So we are sceptical when we go into a location. We were sceptical when we came into this location, and we got some impressive things. So we'll see how it goes. We might have another couple nights of peace, perhaps.
Let's try it again.
Want to try again?
Yeah. Okay. We're going to try this again. Let's see if we can get Benjamin to swear at us or something.
To pop down.
Benji, are you there? Benjamin! Is that you?
Benji? Can I call you Benji? Look, lady. Can I call you Benny? What about Benny?
Now, the reason we're kind of sarcastic towards the spirit is that he tried to hurt Robyn last night.
And sometimes you get certain spirits where you have to show a little bit of strength, a little bit of at least emotional strength, because they're trying to overcome you that way. So sometimes you just need to go into a place and state your dominance. But it depends on the spirit. We kind of go into a place and get to know
Yeah, I said fuck off.
What did you say? That's not nice. There's no need to be so rude. The bathroom.
The bathroom?
The bathroom. What about the bathroom? Do you like the bathroom?
Baby, you want to go and open it? Take this and I'll go open it?
Did you get stuck in the bathroom last night, Benji? We are in the Deanport Hotel in York.
Yeah. Oh.
What?
Spiderwebs.
Spiderwebs.
Spiderwebs. He's here.
Interesting. Benny, if you're in that bathroom, why don't you come out and say hello to us? Come out and say hello to us. Come on, give us some activity like you were giving us last night.
Here? Why is that?
It's not at all. Is it the type of tile that's in there? It's quite reflective. It's quite a reflective surface. It's not working on.
I got it.
Benny,
Casey on.
come out and play, Benny.
Put a Casey right here. Put the laser gun right here, I guess.
Can I turn this off?
No, turn that off.
I want to see if we can get some physical activity like we did last night.
Oh, it's not going to do that.
Are you here? If you're here, make a noise for us, please. Come on, make a bang. We know that you can do that. There are glasses around here, listen. Can you do that?
Can you not come near us because of the hematite?
Where is it?
I'm not sure, actually. It's here somewhere. Maybe not because of the amulet?
Maybe. I don't feel anything now. Do you still feel something from the bathroom?
Not really, no.
It just feels really quiet.
He doesn't want to play.
No, he doesn't.
Let's see if we can get a little bit of this more.
Really?
Honey, battery train.
It was pretty low, I think, anyway. It was 27%. Benny! Benny! Are you there? I'm doing the other.
Does he fuck off again?
That's really rude. Are we annoying you, Benji? Are we irritating you? Hello?
Is there any other spirits who want to communicate? Are you the only spirit there, Benji? It said yes. Did you hear that? It said yes.
Mm-hmm. But I never got something. It's picking up words together, so I don't think it's jumbling the stations. Wait.
Guys, hear that?
could quite possibly be another guest in the hotel.
Yeah.
We just don't know.
No, we can't say.
Always feels a way of deciphering which was which, but no, it could easily be somebody just walking down the halls or whatever.
Yeah, which is what it probably is. Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
Yeah, I heard
Well, I
voices and yeah, people talking.
Right there. This is what came and then went through that.
It's too much banging out there to be a ghost, I think.
No, that's a person. Yeah, it's absolutely a person. He's not going to come and play, is he?
I don't think so. I feel quite relaxed. I feel quite calm here. I think we're going to get a good night's sleep here. It'd be nice.
That would be really nice. If there's any spirits who want to communicate, now's your chance.
Absolutely, Stephen. I think when you do investigations kind of almost like every night, you kind of, it's part of normal day to get out this equipment and check it out. It doesn't have the same lure as it kind of used to do. It doesn't have the same excitement, the equipment itself, as it used to have when you first kind of used it. What excites us is actual activity and actual physical activity.
Which there's a lot of it here in the UK. I have never seen so much physical activity since I've been here.
We are, Carl, we're staying in the Dincourt Hotel in New York, reportedly haunted. We're in room 25. We're not really getting a lot of activity here at all, if any. But we did get a lot of activity in room 36 yesterday. So if you check out on our group, we made a video yesterday. We caught a pretty good EVP. What we'll do is we'll bump it up so that people can have a look at it.
Yeah, we'll do that
again.
for sure.
We'll find it for you. But yeah, it's quite quiet here. We're not really getting... I don't even know if we can say we got anything in this room, you know.
No, not really.
Nothing solid enough to be used as evidence, a breeze here or whatever, but you can't really use it as evidence. It's not significant enough.
Yeah, we haven't gotten anything really, which is nice because there's people outside. Which is nice because last night was exhausting.
Get a little bit of a break before we hear off to another haunted hotel tomorrow.
Yeah, the Guy Fawkes, which Phantasmic claims is really haunted.
Yeah, there's been a lot of claims. I think the whole street, I think it's called the Shambles, the whole street feels it's got a different kind of energy as you're walking down it. Even when there's loads of people about, you kind of pick it up.
Honey, I think this whole city is haunted.
Yeah. It's a really interesting place. If you're interested in spirit investigations, come check it out, because you've got this hotel that has activity, you've got the Guy Fawkes Inn that's said to have activity,
Punch
you've
Bowl.
got the Punch Bowl pub that's said to have activity, you've got White
Golden
Star Inn, you've got the Golden
Fleece.
I mean, literally, the list goes on and on of haunted locations. What's the name of that house?
It's the Treasure House.
The Treasure House.
Where people saw a troop of Roman soldiers.
Residual, it's got to be residual.
It was residual because their feet were stuck in the floor, and the Roman floor was 15 feet. What was it? 15 inches below them.
And you've got York Minster itself that's got to carry some interesting stuff. There's going to be some pretty good crypts in there. We're going to check that out at some time in the next couple of days. So yeah, this place is full of, I mean, you are spoiled for choice for haunted hotels around here. We can't attest to the activity in them because we haven't experienced it. Only here in Dean Court if you come and stay in the In-Court Hotel,
Stay in room 36.
make sure you stay in room 36.
And say hi to Benny.
And let us know how you get on, because we want to know if this is continuing, because it's really interesting. The staff here seem to be very clued in with what with what they have here.
Or terrified.
Many have had many experiences here. One saw an elderly lady braiding her hair in one of the hallways.
Yes.
Right?
We haven't gotten her yet.
Yesterday. I think there's only one spirit here. You know, there may be others, but
maybe in this part of the hotel. Maybe this is Benjamin's area. Then the other part of the hotel is the Mad Maid.
That could be, yeah, the Mad Maid. That may have been her, right?
Yeah, that could be the Mad Maid, yeah.
But a lot of
what?
If that was you, could you do that again, please?
I'm starting to feel nauseous.
Tiny little tap. I don't know. Could be nothing, I guess.
I'm starting to feel a little nauseous, so I think maybe. Oh, it's a little bit of the cold spot. A little bit of cold spot. It's really, really tiny, though. My legs are starting to hurt. Benjamin, back up. Back up, Benjamin. Back up. Back up, Benjamin. I didn't do it.
Are you sure? Could it be the weather?
The weather? Yeah, of course it can be the weather.
Are we talking about the activity, the weather?
I was talking about my legs hurting.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Could be.
Benjamin, are you here?
Didn't do it. I didn't do it again.
What didn't you do, Benji?
Observing.
That's fine. You're not gonna try to attack us tonight?
I think he knows it's not gonna work.
Benjamin, do you need help? Benjamin, do you need help? All right, Benjamin, we'll say goodbye.
Bye, Benny.
Okay.
It's Toby's upstairs and messing with the other people. Unsuspecting
He's
guests.
also really tired.
15%. Okay.
Yeah, we're done with that. We're not going to get him tonight.
Yeah. Not very active tonight. Not very active at all. But come and check us out tomorrow night. Where we're staying with Guy Fawkes Inn. Should be really interesting.
Yeah, we'll be on pretty much all night.
I'm looking forward to that one, I think.
Yeah, we'll be on pretty much all night, like we usually are, depending on what activity is. If it's really quiet, then we won't be on. But as soon as we hear anything exciting, then we'll jump on as quickly as possible. That place looks interesting. It's very medieval, and I think you guys will have a lot of fun with it. And you V for Vendetta fans, that's where Guy Fawkes was born. Yeah, remember the 5th of November, the Gunpowder Treason and Plot. That was where he lived.
And it's really exciting to kind of step back into that kind of history.
Yeah, exactly. So I think we might just sign off now. Mm-hmm. If things start getting active, if Benjamin decides he wants to come and say hello, then we'll jump on. But I really don't think he's going to. I think Benny's kind of a bully. Benny likes to scare people and hurt them. We don't know why he does that.
It's not extreme. He does it to be irritating, I think. It's almost as like it's a superiority complex.
Well, he's kind of like the ghost in Ghost. He's the really angry one. He's a pretty angry spirit, and he likes to try to show his dominance. And last night he got spanked, and he's kind of like moving around, kind of like a kick dog. But we would like to help him if he would let us, but he's not going to let us. But we think that he'll just be watching and observing, as he said.
Mm-hmm.
And if anything cool happens, then we'll jump back on.
Okay, guys, we're signing off. I say bye-bye.
Peace, and
Peace.
keep watching the shadows.